Welcome. I'm Kathleen Andromeda, a lover of crystal singing bowls, a lover of Mother Earth, and of all of this amazing universe, the creations that go on forever, and a lover of my sisters and brothers on this planet and on other planets as well. And I'm wondering in this year of 2026, the month of April, if you're feeling all of this incredible energy. Well, how could you not be feeling it? It is so intense and so different, right? It's just, we're feeling all of these shifts going on within our being, within our lives, within our families, within the weather. So much is shifting, and this greater awareness is coming in. This greater light is permeating our world. And perhaps that is leading you to question, am I truly living my soul's purpose? And particularly if you are in midlife and beyond, wondering what is ready to shift and what am I ready to do differently and how can I do it? So I'm going to share with you a little more about midlife and beyond soul rebirth, bringing you into reconnecting with your deeper purpose and coming home to yourself again. So as we begin, I'm going to play my crystal singing bowls here on the side. I have a beautiful rose quartz and citrine and celestite. And I invite you to arrive with your body and your heart. So as you take some nice deep breaths, feel your energy center, breathing into your heart, breathing in your connection with Mother Earth, feeling your feet grounding, your roots going into Mother Earth, feeling that support for your whole body. And as you breathe in and as you exhale, releasing any tension, any distractions. Opening up the flow of energy through your field. Expanding your field, feeling that expanse. Projecting that energy out, the energy of your heart out. At least 3 feet around your body. As you feel connected above and below, being ready to receive, ready to connect more deeply within. And bringing our intention to create the sacred space. That is certainly my intention, to create the sacred space for you as I bring in the sound and as we all bring in this greater light and love of who we are, to look deeper within and to reconnect with the truth of who you are, that truth that is within, and to have that intention that today is your start of your soul rebirth and your StarHeart Homecoming. So I brought those two words together, star and heart, to encompass this awareness of how we are bringing ourselves from the stars, that soul experience that has been eternal, that star part of who we are, into our hearts, into our physical bodies, to embody this heart, soul, and star connection all together, all more and more of who you are. So at this time, if you don't happen to have pen and paper in front of you, please pause the video and go ahead and grab a pen and paper. We're going to do some looking into, some asking into ourselves of deeper questions and writing down those answers. We're going to pause and consider what it is that we would truly love to have in our lives. What is it that wants to emerge? So I'm going to play my bowls for a minute so that you can tune in. Deeply within, being aware of your heart's guidance, your soul's guidance. And what you feel around your deeper meaning and purpose. What is it that you've been feeling lately? What's prompting you? What's coming to your mind from your soul, from your heart? Breathing that in, perhaps placing your hand on your heart, thanking your heart for its wisdom, and stating that you are ready to connect more deeply within and to listen. So as you write and you observe this picture of the woman in the circle with the light circle, the light coming through the pranic tube, that essential connection of who we are that is centered within us, feeling into that deeper connection. Feeling into what comes through, and if you need to, again, you can always pause the video and write for a little while longer. And as you're remembering your soul and thinking about what experiences that you've had throughout your life that have brought you into remembering your soul, I'm just going to share a little bit about my soul remembering and how that has been this step-by-step journey through my life. And perhaps you can relate to different steps in your life and what you have learned from those experiences. Perhaps some experiences you still are looking to heal. And I know that I still have experiences that are healing on deeper levels, and experiences even from past lives that are healing. But I do know that as from a very young age, when I heard music, I just wanted to sing and dance with the music. So I've always been a musician throughout my life, always been a lover of music. And when my parents finally were able to get a piano when I was 12, I would sit down and just teach myself because I knew where middle C was and I knew what it looked like on musical notation. I sat down and taught myself to play piano and to read music simply. And so that was such a critical, crucial part of who I am, and that has come through in, again, as stair steps through my life. I became a mother at a fairly young age, and I'm a mother to four sons, four wonderful sons, and one daughter who passed shortly after birth. And in her passing, she shared with me her return to the other side, to beyond the veil. She shared with me this experience of perfect, all encompassing love that just filled my whole being completely. Every single particle of my being was just lit up with this love that was so incredible and so indescribable. And in that experience, I came to know for certainty that that is what we are. We are these eternal beings. We do not die. We leave our bodies and we move on. And that is a continuous eternal experience. And through that experience, there was also some mishandling of my childbirth by the medical professionals. And so I recognized I had to learn for myself to and to heal my own birth and to help other women so that they would avoid trauma during childbirth. I studied to become a midwife. I attended home births, birth center births, and then went on to become an RN and attended births in hospitals as well. And I loved giving that support to women. I loved seeing incredibly powerful births where the women were fully present, fully engaged, and could experience their own power and their own joy through that birth of their child and that connection immediately with their child. And as I went on, I was intrigued by Healing Touch, which is a hands-on healing process. And when I took my first class, I remember waking up the next morning and saying, I feel more like who I am. I just feel, what is this? But I can't describe it any other way. I just feel more like who I truly am in doing this healing work. And then went on because I wanted to have that power to directly assist women and men and families in healing, became a family nurse practitioner with a holistic focus, and studied medical intuition and brought more of that functional, treating the cause, the origin of the disease. And of course, came to understand that the great majority is on that level of beliefs and attitudes and emotions, those, and how that is all held in the body and how that is unique for each individual depending on how they run their energy and the patterns that they've learned throughout childhood and life. And then even though I'd been a musician, I'd been singing, I did my minor in vocal performance in college and sang opera, I did not know that there was such a entity as sound healing. I knew sound was healing, but to be a sound healer. When I experienced my first amazing crystal singing bowl with the gemstone infusion, it just blew me away. It just totally called to me, and I knew that that was my path. And I'm reminded of this cute cartoon where somebody walks into a crystal store for the first time and says, "Wow, this is really interesting. Wow, those are really pretty." And then you see in the cartoon, they're in their home surrounded by crystals and they're saying, "Help, I can't stop myself." So I don't need help. I just love crystals. I love the crystal singing bowl sound, and I've brought that in. And I have also ended up teaching sound and love sharing that with clients. And then discovered through my own galactic Akashic uh, regression into my past galactic lives, I was taken back to the Andromeda galaxy and experienced my essence, my soul, as giving sound to columns of light. And in that experience was so awakening that I wanted to study more about what is this? What is the star seed connection? What is this galactic connection? And also learn about galactic astrology as well. So bringing all of that into my soul remembering, as you can see, just this step-by-step process, which I'm sure you are tuning into your own step-by-step process. So this midlife and beyond calling, what is this? What are you feeling? You know, many women in midlife begin to feel this deeper spiritual awakening. And again, the timing right now in April 2026, in this big opening up of our awareness and our connection with the divine, this desire for meaningful purpose, desire to be that healer that you are, to help others, and to be authentic. But perhaps you felt into something that's been blocking you, something that's in the way. Perhaps there's some fear and confusion and resistance. So even though we feel that resistance, we kind of feel like one part of me wants this, the other part of me wants that. It's a push me, pull you effect. We will override it. Because no, I'm too busy with life. I got to just do all these tasks. And so we tell ourselves this is just life. But that call doesn't go away, right? You're feeling it. It's just there waiting, persisting, whispering from the heavens, from your higher self. Not that something's lacking. You know that. You have so much amazing life experience to share, that is part of your unique journey. And that, along with all of your soul's wisdom and your love, is trying to come back online, trying to be more fully embodied. So thinking about your lifetimes, your many lifetimes that are trying, all of that wisdom trying to come back online. So what is that inner conflict? Part of you wants that growth. And part of you wants the safety, right? Oh, that part that wants safety tends to be pretty strong. This conscious self wants the purpose and the joy and the fulfillment and the expansion, and the unconscious, that programming to stay safe, wants that familiarity and protection and staying hidden, staying small. So we have that inner resistance. And some of you are aware of the fact that the left, the left brain is more of that logical, rational brain. The right brain, more of that creative brain. So how do we balance that? How do we balance the mind with the higher mind and the heart, allowing the heart creativity and wisdom? How do we bring this greater balance of who we are into embodiment? So perhaps you felt a resistance showing up, like these different fears, fears of what others will think, not feeling like you're not enough. We have so much that we are able to see nowadays through the internet, through YouTube, that we could see everything everybody else is doing and compare ourselves to that. And then we just come into, oh, I'm not quite enough. I'm not that. And, one of the ways I see that show up is with singing and with making sound, is that we feel like we only can sing or make sound if we have this perfect voice, like the most popular current singers that are so popular. Yeah. But that is not true. We all need to express our voice. We have a voice. We have emotions that want to be expressed. We have this whole energy of our body that wants to move and express. So looking at all these fears, the fear of change, the fear of money blocks, fear and money blocks. So right now, I want you to think a little bit as I play the bowls again. Which is the most strongest fear right now that you feel holding yourself back? Go ahead and write down. Breathe into it, breathe into your body. Where do you feel the resistance in your body when you think about what you really want to do and what's in the way? Part of you wants safety, and what part of you wants growth? Part of you is ready for going down the river in the raft. A part of you is ready for adventure, to go with the flow. And if you need to take a little more time to write, you can pause the video and we'll go on. Today, again, what we're going to focus on more clearly is to shift from that stuck state to the empowered state and clarify what's been holding you back, to touch in deeper to what is one step in my soul purpose, and how do I make this identity level transformation. So I have this really fun, simple practice to release stress, restore that inner alignment, and then step into your greater ability to embody your soul purpose. So, of course, I know you've already done healing work. You've read the books, you've taken the courses, you've done energy healing, personal growth work. You bring in your spiritual practices, hopefully consistently. But life may not have changed the way that you hoped. And you're just kind of there with your head in your hand, going, what needs to change? How can I change it? You're still hoping for that love that you want, the health that you want, the money that you want, the purpose you want. But it hasn't changed. So what's going on? What is that deeper something that's still running the show for you? And this woman dressed up in her protection, she's got her whole self covered, she's ready to put on her mask. What is going on there? What are we protecting? What are we protecting ourselves from? What are those unconscious patterns? What are those old emotional wounds? We all have those, right? Oh my goodness. The things that we don't know, that we have held on to, that have shaped how we hold the energy in our field when we initially have a trauma, an emotion, a sadness, a hurt, and we are not able to express our feelings, we're not able to acknowledge our feelings at that time. The energy is held in our body and in our energy fields, and then that energy tends to accumulate more energy, protecting that initial wound or hurt. So we're always holding more than we realize. And these layers require deeper transformation. It's not something that we can get through with talk therapy, because it's held on a somatic, on a physical, and on a energetic level. And that's why energy therapies are so much more helpful for the whole healing, in addition to talk therapy. So let's look at what's still running the show and how is that showing up. Speaking of shows, so what are we procrastinating? What are we avoiding? How are we sabotaging ourselves? And perhaps we could use an example of exercise or physical activity, physical movement. We know that we need to, maybe we have a plan. We wanted to walk for 30 minutes, 3 or 4 times a week. But then we're doing something, we're getting distracted by work, by cleaning the house, and many other things, as many as you can think of. So these distractions, we're resisting, we're sabotaging our own well-being. And maybe we have this feeling that it's too hard. Maybe we're telling ourselves, oh, that's too hard. Oh, I can't do that. I'm not enough to be able to do that. We have these, again, the fears, the overwhelm, the grief, other heavy emotions. And that doubt, oh my goodness, doubt is such a character, isn't it? So again, tuning into what is any inner voice saying? What is that inner negative voice saying? What is the loudest program there that is getting in the way? Thinking about that, writing that down. What do those negative voices within say to you? What's one of the beliefs that's running beneath the surface? Feeling deep down, writing that down, what that negative voice might be saying. When I first really uncovered that negative voice within me, boy, was it the general. That's just what I was like, wow, he's like got his military outfit on and his whip, his stick to reprimand. No, you're going to do it this way because this is how we're going to keep in control and protect you. That's the job of the general, right? So how are we going to soften that negative voice? How are we going to touch into those beliefs running beneath the surface? And are we recognizing those survival states that are not productive, that are not allowing us to move forward? So again, just being aware, where am I stuck? Where am I overwhelmed, afraid, anxious, making myself small? And how do I come into this productive, thriving state? How do I flow? How do I bring that creativity through? How do I listen to my intuition, to my heart, stay grounded, be curious, and be courageous and confident? And these flowing lines here in the background, just thinking about these states of flow. How does that feel different in my body? What feels different when I'm in that thriving state? What feels different when I'm in that surviving state? And how do I make this identity level transformation? Because you are not who anyone outside of you told you to be, right? That's not you. This is you in here, in your wholeness, in your embodiment. This is remembering your true identity, your authentic self, your inner healer, your soul purpose, your divine feminine wisdom, and your deeper truth. This is your homecoming into your soul rebirth. Take in a nice big breath. And what would it be like to come home and be reborn? And how do we heal those protective inner parts? So what we're going to do right now is this really fun practice. And it's going to require that you move around a little bit, because the idea is when we're stuck, we're trapped in old patterns, and we want to move out of those patterns. So we can actually do a little movement to get unstuck. So we're going to go into that creator energy. As you've been writing down a little bit about where you might feel stuck, where you feel resistance, what the negative voice is saying, I want you to just right now just pick one area that you're feeling stuck. Just one situation, just one thing that part of you wants to do, but the other part doesn't want to do. Or let's say one reaction that you're having that you want to move out of that reaction. Or it could be also a pain, a physical pain in your body that you want to let go of. So feeling into that area that you might feel stuck in. And as you're thinking about that area, really feel into that stuck energy. Really feel into what it feels like in your body. Take a nice big breath. And if you can even feel like, is it in my head? Is that stuck energy in my throat? Is it in my heart, my chest, my shoulders? Is it in my solar plexus or my lower abdomen, my hips? Is it in my legs, my knees? Where is that area? And just sit with feeling into that area just for a minute, half a minute. Feel into that stuck energy. And as you're feeling into it, can you give it a emotion? Can you give it a word? Can you give it a number even? If you were giving it a number from 1 to 10, what would it feel? How intense would it be? How much how strong is the resistance within your body? Does it feel scared? Does it feel dense? Does it feel frozen? Does it feel powerless, heavy, anxious? And just feeling into that emotion again. And now that you've identified that, I'm going to have you actually separate from that emotion, sensation, stuckness. So what you're going to do from being in your chair, wherever you are, you're going to get up, stand to the side of your chair, and you're going to intend that when you get up and stand to the side, you are leaving that stuck emotion, sensation, feeling. You're going to leave that in the chair. All right, so go ahead, get up and leave it in the chair. And as you stand up next to the chair, just get yourself situated. Again, feel your feet connected with the earth. Feel your body, feel yourself in your body. And I want you to just look at the chair and observe that energy. Observe that emotion, that heaviness, that density. And as you observe it, just recognize that you are here in this neutral position, able to observe that energy and it is not you. That energy is not you. It's just an energy. Okay, so you looked at that energy. You breathe into your body. And now I want you to really feel yourself, really feel your body, really feel your breath as you're standing there. Breathe in and expand. Again, connecting with Mother Earth through your feet, bringing that energy of Mother Earth, that magnetic connection, that support all the way through your body. Breathing that in, opening your heart. Feeling the compassion expanding within your heart. Feeling your higher self, your superconscious, your connection with the divine flowing in as well, and expanding your energy field. And as you expand, allowing yourself to connect with that wisdom, that deeper knowing within. This is your powerful creator self. That powerful creator self that is expanded and embodied and full of light and love. And from this place of being grounded and centered and in love, I want you to think about what it is that you actually do want. What is it that I do want that stuck energy was holding me back from? Now that I can feel my flow, my thriving state, this state of thriving, what is it that I do want? Feeling into your heart with love. I am visualizing this situation going in a perfectly compassionate way. I am feeling my body healing that area that had discomfort or pain. Now that I've left it in the chair, I am feeling that light coming through. I am feeling my power and my courage and my confidence. And noticing again from this empowered place that energy in the chair. What's happening with that energy in the chair? Perhaps it's even starting to dissipate. And again, feeling back into your body, how beautiful that light and love feels throughout your field. throughout your breath, bringing that in. And bringing in any solutions to any concerns. Allowing your higher self to download in love from this higher perception. Any solutions to your healing of this stuck energy. Using those nice deep breaths to feel that expansion, to feel that confidence, to feel that intuitive and knowing within. And as you allow that new perspective to guide you in how you're going to heal, that energy that you released, from this empowered place, come back over by your chair, look at that energy, and clear it away. Anything that is left there, just brush it away with your hands and letting it know that now you understand from this empowered place, from your higher self, from your heart, that it is no longer needed and you can continue to move into this energy, to hold this energy within you, this powerful, clear energy. And also let that energy expand into the chair as you are clearing and expanding, bringing that light through. And as we know, energetically, light will just displace and dissolve the density, the heaviness, the resistance. The more that we connect with the light of our soul. And so go ahead and let yourself sit back down in the chair and feel the difference. Excuse me. If you gave yourself a number, tune into the shift. What has shifted? Where do you feel that energy has expanded? The pain has released. You are balanced and cleared, and all of this beautiful shift has occurred. And just let me give gratitude to Patrick Dominguez, who shared this technique with me in his training. And knowing that you've activated this superconscious doorway. So whatever term you want to give it, your higher self, source, God, creator, superconscious, this part of you that's always connected to the divine is what is your gift, your right to bring through, to hold, to be all that you are. Your inner super healer, your super creator, your soul guidance, your higher wisdom. and you feel into that, you know that this part of you knows your purpose and guides your next steps and creates your aligned change. You can feel that alignment and that centeredness in this part of yourself. And so just create that memory, create that intention that I am always connected with my superconscious. I am always able to bring that through for the guidance that I need every day. So as you feel into that star heart, that connection between your soul, your starlight, and your heart, I will share with you more about the StarHeart Homecoming program that I have for you to awaken your divine essence in midlife and beyond. So just imagine, like, here you are in this beautiful expanded energy, this StarHeart Homecoming energy that is you. And this is what we're going to be tapping into consistently on a one-to-one mentorship that I will be guiding you through to reclaim this radiance, purpose, and soul power that is part of what is there for you this moment in time, this April 2026 and beyond, all of 2026, where we need this consistent alignment to hold these higher frequencies, to bring through your higher self, to embody all that is you, this true soul voice rising within you, bringing through that wisdom. And these are the steps that we're going to be taking to create this sacred container for you where this emergence becomes real, where as you are looking up at the stars as this woman, looking up at the stars and calling in that essence of Solaris, the sun, the great central sun, all of your starseed connections, calling that in, remembering your greater eternal self and all that wishes to be experienced in this lifetime. So this StarHeart Homecoming, again, is this healing and awakening journey that I will be there with you one-on-one, supporting you to reconnect with your heart and your soul and your star consciousness. You're expanding your intuition. We're going to tune into what is your greatest clairsense and developing that along with the other senses. Reclaim those spiritual gifts that you know are just a little bit beyond your awareness. We're going to really bring those in. And so these potent modalities that I have gathered expertise in and been working with clients for many years through, we're going to bring all of these together to support you. Bringing in this galactic soul reading with your Akashic understanding, with your galactic astrology. So all of this knowledge provides this amazing foundation for you to really understand much more deeply who you are and what you chose by choosing to be born at the time that you were born to focus on in this lifetime. What skills, what talents, and of course you're already doing a lot of that, but just to understand how to even more refine that focus so that you may and to feel that fulfillment of knowing within your heart that you are on your soul's path. So we begin with this galactic Akashic reading and astrology. And then we expand upon that with sound healing and vocal alchemy. So, helping you to reclaim your voice, to express your emotions, and to understand how to use sound to heal, to clear your chakras, to expand and balance them, and your whole energy field. Sound is so vital and so important that we use that tool. And emotional freedom technique, many of you know that tapping technique, also to clear emotional charges. We go into some shamanic soul retrieval, and I bring sound into that shamanic soul retrieval as well. And ancestral clearing, because we all carry, and we all came into this life to do some healing for our ancestors, for our families. We're all we're all connected in many different ways, and so bringing that through and clearing those, letting go of what we've carried from our parents that really wasn't ours to carry. That was their their experience. And then, of course, bringing in intuitive coaching and channeled guidance. And because of my training, I'm very tuned in to what your energy field holds, what your body is saying, what your guides are saying, and love to help you connect with that and feel into that as we go. And then, of course, because of my medical expertise, bringing in the holistic health and lifestyle guidance. So, again, we're working on all these levels. We're working on the physical, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual, the soul level, bringing all of this together. And I feel like you're not going to find this combination of modalities and expertise anywhere else. And it's such a joy for me to share with you and to support you. And so at this point in time, this is a 3-month program, meeting weekly for 90-minute sessions. Again, we're going to heal the emotional residue, connect with your inner truth, strengthen your relationship with your soul guidance, release old identities, align more deeply, step into this sense of self-love. Because, of course, love is one of the most, well, let's say love is the essence of all creation. And love is the essence of each one of us. And so reconnecting with that truth and experiencing that within our being. So if you're ready for this rebirth, this rising, and this remembering of your beautiful self, again, this 3-month journey, here are some of the points that we will be addressing. We can adjust this and make it specific to your needs and your desires and what you wish to work on. But it is this journey, it's this process, it's this path reclaiming your whole self, reclaiming your energy and power, liberating through sound, aligning with your light body, understanding your energy and your light body more fully. Again, more of what's included, all of this information, all of these modalities, again, to support you, and then text and email support between sessions. My purpose is really to, again, help you to be consistently taking care of yourself, giving yourself that care that you need, giving yourself that love, and supporting you also with that love and that guidance and that trust in you, trusting. I trust you, and I help you learn to more deeply trust yourself. So this is a journey for women who are navigating midlife and beyond, who are ready for this really deeper transformation to connect with that feminine essence. We bring in Mother Earth as well, all of these amazing Mother Earth connections and elemental connections and whale and dolphin connections and dragon connections. All of you who love connecting with the greater realms of creation, and then renewing your vitality to feel whole, empowered, and aligned, more grounded, more aligned. So what I'm offering is a complimentary healing call, and you'll receive a sample, just a little bit of our potential work together. We'll look more deeply into what it is that your soul and heart and body are calling for, and address that and answer all of your questions in this call. And all you have to do is go to my website, kathleenandromeda.com, and in the upper right hand corner you will see a little box that says click here for your free healing activation. And so just that simple. Just click and feel into your heart. Feel if you are ready for this important connection, reconnection, deeper connection with yourself, with your heart, with your soul, and your starseed connections. And please schedule your free call. So let me come back to my other sharing here. And again, why this is hard to do alone. Because, we see things like this. I go like, okay, I'm just going to have that intention. I'm going to be strong and I'm going to make this happen. However, you know that, again, we kind of procrastinate. We kind of get off track unless we have someone really who's got our back, who's sending us healing energies throughout the week, who's sending those healing prayers to us, and then supporting us very deeply in a weekly session to clear those deep layers, those fears of visibility, the self-doubt, the money blocks, the identity patterns, the old emotional wounds. Really need the safe container to transform in. And that is what I am holding for you, this safe container, this heartfelt container, this sound container of the beautiful crystalline sound. And we bring in other sound, drumming, rattles, chimes, and your voice especially. So you want that safe container to express all that needs to be expressed, to have that guided support, and to feel that this is a sacred space in this step-by-step journey. This step-by-step will be supported. Again, coming home to trust your intuition, share your gifts, share the beauty of all that you are. Step into your purpose. Release any fears of being in your expanded self and being visible and sharing your light to feel peaceful and authentic. So if you feel that something awakened within you, that calling, that inner healer, then join StarHeart Homecoming. It's all about you coming home to yourself. And as I shared, you can schedule your free healing activation call. And I'm going to put the link in the comments and in the description on YouTube, and share with you this free gift, which is, again, all of what we're doing in the StarHeart Homecoming is returning you to your inner harmony. I have this beautiful 30-minute guided meditation and imagery with crystal singing bowls. So just scan the QR code or see the link in the description, and you will receive that wonderful gift. So thank you so much for being present and for sharing this experience with me, feeling that ability that you have to step into your more expanded, super conscious, higher self and release the heaviness and density. And I look forward to continuing to support you. I'll certainly be offering more YouTubes, and so please like and comment and join this channel. That would be so wonderful. Subscribe to my channel, Kathleen Andromeda. And may you have a blessed and beautiful day. And may you be in a beautiful frequency throughout your day and always.